guys, Tash here with another Can You Game On It? I'm bringing this back because I have no clue what to say. I haven't seen y'all in a while. You probably heard from me in like voiceovers for my gaming videos, but Can You Game On It? How long has it been? 2 weeks? Probably 2 weeks. Anyways, for this week, we are gonna be reviewing We're gonna be reviewing these. These are called the Razer Barracuda X, and do the intro. Alright guys, as I mentioned earlier, this is the Razer Barracuda X. So as you know, Razer's headsets are one of the best in town, but honestly, if I'm being real, the Kraken was good, but it wasn't it wasn't the strongest one. But coming back to this, I actually reviewed the Razer Black Shark version 2 before, and I see some similarities in this, but what I can say about this, the biggest difference between this as well as the Razer Black Shark V2 is that this is an all-in-one headset. By all-in-one, I'm saying you can use it on everything. Yes, I mean everything. Mobile phones, PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch. Yes, I said Nintendo Switch. It works, guys. It absolutely works. And the sound quality on this is phenomenal. So let's talk a little bit about the specs. This headset comes with a 40mm driver, the oval floating ear cushions, which is basically like a memory foam, passive noise cancellations, which means it's gonna stick on your head like glue, and when I have this on, I almost cannot hear anything around me. You have a USB-C wireless. Yes, this is a wireless headphone with a 2.4 GHz connection. Yes, this is the dongle. It's absolutely tiny. Alongside a 3.5mm headphone jack, if that's your thing. It comes with a detachable microphone, a 7.1 surround sound, but it's only available on Windows 10 and about 20 hours of battery life. So before we go into it, let's talk a little bit about the design. Very sleek, minimalistic, very black. You can see the logo over here, which I absolutely like. I am really loving the new approach where all these gaming companies make it super, barely visible, these logos here, so it doesn't scream gamer, and I can literally wear it anywhere, on the train, to the supermarket, going to the store, wherever. I can literally wear it wherever. And pretty much I can say is that if you get this, you're not gonna need any other headset in your life. So what you can see about this is that you can actually turn this around to be resting flat, which I absolutely love as well, because like, say that I'm wearing it and I'm done with it, right? Usually I wear it like this when I can't, but it's kind of like in the way, so you can do this and it's not gonna be in the way, which is really nice. The adjuster here is made of metal, which I absolutely love. Compared to before, it's actually plastic. And one thing I realized about plastic, especially when I was using the Kraken before, is that after a while the top here tends to snap, and I think this metal thing kind of like gives it a little bit more durability. The cushion over here is actually really comfortable. I absolutely like it, but the problem is Southeast Asian weather. We live in a very hot, humid, wet country. I found that after 2 to 3 hours of wearing this, despite being in a fully air-conditioned room, my ears were actually really sweaty, and I rarely ever have that problem. I am so shooketh. So going a little bit more on the design side, on the left side is where all the buttons are. There's the mic button, there's the volume slider, as well as the on-off button, the 3.5mm headphone jack port, you have the USB port, the mic port as well, which I absolutely love, and on the right side is completely empty. So that regardless of where you are, you'll know that regardless of what you do, everything's on the left side, so you just turn over here. There's no moment where you're like, oh, which one is the on-off button? Which one is the... No, because everything's on the left. So let's talk a little bit about the dongle. So the dongle, in hindsight, it looks small when you put it to the front of a PlayStation 5, when you put it on your PC. It's absolutely fine. But when you put it on a phone, it's pretty big. It's pretty big. I think the reason is that so that way you don't hold in your hand, it doesn't feel super uncomfortable when it's small, but the problem is it's still uncomfortable. Yes, you can still hold it, but I don't know why. It's not comfy. But I rest it here. So I think, like, while the audio is pretty cute, comfort-wise, when you put it on the phone, not that fun. It's not a big deal when you use it on the Switch, just put it down at the bottom here. And then when you plug it in, immediately it says USB-C over here. It shows that you are actually connected to a wireless device. But the only issue is about this is that if you are gonna play it on the stand, I'll show you guys. When you open this up, and you put it. Yeah, you can't stand it. You can't stand it if you're gonna play that like that. You're gonna need a proper holder. Maybe something like this. Yeah. So maybe something like this would work. But like, if you're planning on having a stand with a kickstand in the back, you're out of luck. The only way I can see it, you actually being able to appreciate this with the headphones is by actually holding it with two hands, which I think it's great for the light as well as this. But if you're planning on docking it, well, you can't dock it when this is on, for sure. So, you know, you're gonna have to dock it to you're gonna have to plug this into your monitor or something like that. Okay, another thing I really appreciate about this is that if your PC or whatever device you decide to use it on doesn't come with a Type-C port, there's a converter in the box, which I super appreciate, but it's in the form of a long cable. And let's talk a little bit about iPhone users. For iPhone users, as you know, we are stuck with the Lightning port. And we only get Type-C, so you're crap out of luck. But the good news is, if you're an iPad user like me, yeah, this works. This absolutely works. I tried Genshin on it. Okay, now let's talk about the performance. And let's start off with the first platform and the most loved platform, that is PC. For PC, the headset is extremely great for any game. Any game. I'm seriously saying any game. I tried it with Control. I tried it with Destiny 2. I tried it with Genshin. I tried it with Valorant. And all I can say is, when you play games like Valorant, where you actually need to know audio cues, one thing I can say is, you'll feel hyper aware. Footsteps feel damn close. Like, it was more emphasized, if that makes sense, and it gave me a better idea where each enemy is. Like, I can literally pinpoint where they are, which is so crazy, and I didn't think that this was possible. Right now, I'm on the open-backed Sennheisers. This has been my daily driver since 2016. And for a long time, I was like, oh, gaming headsets are a scam. It's the same thing as music headsets. Music headsets are better. All I can say is, no. It does not come even close. For more cinematic games like Destiny 2 and Control and all that, it's so crazy. Okay, I don't know how to explain this, but when I was playing Destiny 2 on this, there were so many sounds as well as little areas that I never heard before when I used my normal headset. As I said before, I was super hyper aware. There were more details in the sound. The most interesting thing is, when a bullet whizzes past my head, it sounds like it's whizzing past my head. I don't know how to explain it, but that was crazy. The gun sounds are also a lot sharper as well, which I really appreciate, and yeah, it just adds another level of immersion, I have to say. So Genshin Impact was also pretty crazy to me. Like, did you know, in the song in the beginning, did you know that in the background there was actually a choir singing, and I never heard that before? What? Now let's move on to the PlayStation 5, and I'm really excited to talk about this. What's really crazy about this is actually compatible with the PlayStation 5's 3D audio tech. And this only is selected for some games on the PlayStation 5. If you're playing games such as like Returnal and all that, you'll have this. So Ghost of Tsushima was the game of choice. I'm not going back to Returnal. We don't talk about Returnal, okay? We don't talk about it. I tried Ghost of Tsushima, and it comes with upgrades for the PS5, especially with the new DLC. I just want to say that there were so many things that I did not catch in the audio in the last playthrough I played this like last year, okay? This was such a long time ago. So coming back, so one thing I know is that the sound engineering in Ghost of Tsushima is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I always thought like, oh my god, the clip-clopping of the horse on like the ground and the rocks is like super ASMR. Sends shivers up my spine. You hear it on this, it's 10 times better. It's a million times better. Also, 3D audio tech also does the same thing that I felt on PC. And literally hear the knives just like whizzing past your head. You could hear the arrows swish past your head when it comes to like sounds in general. I think one of the most important sounds in Ghost of Tsushima is the sound of the wind, because the wind represents Jin's dad, and Jin's dad is showing him the way. When you hear it on normal headset, it's like, oh, it's just wind, it's going this way, it's going that way. The wind on here It sounds like it's blowing into your ear. I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's something that you have to experience. And let me tell you, the level of immersion is plus 10. And I love it. I thought the game was immersive as is. You add it with this, it's mwah, chef's kiss. I am the Ghost of Tsushima. Okay, let's talk about mobile. When it comes to mobile and Bluetooth wireless headphones, there's always going to be latency. Bluetooth headphones is only great for music, and I will stand by that. Okay, I will absolutely stand by that. So if you're gonna use it for gaming, it's a big no from me. But, you know, I was kind of skeptical at first. I was like, oh, games with this headphone? Oh, I don't know, man. But oh my gosh, there was no latency. There was no issue. It sounded great. And the easiest part is it's just plug and play. Just plug it in immediately. It just knows that it's plugged in, okay? And it's really, really good. For games such as PUBG, where you're actually using directional audio, this helps. I mean, like I noticed like, you know, the visual cues on PUBG Mobile did get removed. So I think like this would definitely give you an edge if you're playing more competitive shooter games. 100%. For other games such as Wild Rift and all that, honestly to me, you don't really need this, but if you like the level of immersion, why not, right? But the downside of this headset is that while you have this on, you can't charge your phone while gaming. So you need to remember that. And as I said earlier, if you're an iPhone, you're crap out of luck. But if you're on iPad, 100% you can use this. Just plug it in and you're pretty much set. Alright guys, final one. Nintendo Switch. As I mentioned earlier, when using this on the Nintendo Switch, it's great. It works great. You just plug it in and it actually works. But now, the only thing is you can't put it on a stand. I mean, you can't, you know, use the back stand over here. Like this, it doesn't work. You're gonna have to put it on a proper stand like this. But two things though, you can't stand, you can't charge, and you can't dock it. But in terms of sound quality, it's great. Just like PC, PlayStation 5, mobile, this headset in general is just really good. But if say that you do want to use it on the Switch and you need to charge your Switch ASAP, you can use it with a 3.5mm headphone jack. So there's that as well. But if you guys didn't know, here's a fun fact. Nintendo Switch also has an update which now allows you to connect your Bluetooth stuff directly to your Switch without needing a Bluetooth dongle. So that's a good plus. This is an all-in-one headset, okay? And this will be the only headset you're gonna need for the rest of your life. If you game on multiple devices like me, I game on the Switch, I game on the PlayStation, I game on the PC, I game on my iPad. You're really gonna like this because the big plus for this, it is just plug and play. When I put it on my PC, I didn't have to put on Synapse, I didn't have to download Chroma or whatever. It's just plug it in and it immediately works. If I want to use it on phone, mobile devices, Switch, everything else in between, still same thing. So let's talk about the pros. The pros is it's because it's all-in-one. It has great audio. You know what? That's an understatement. It has amazing audio. I absolutely love it. It's plug and play on all devices, it's all in one, and it has a pretty long battery life. Yes, I got about like 2 days worth of battery on this. I was playing on and off, I don't really remember the timing, but yeah, it took quite a while for it to die out. The cons though, it's really hot, my ears got really sweaty, Southeast Asian weather. It's a bit uncomfortable after wearing after a while because it does really clamp on your head like this. My ears kind of hurt, and when you wear head glasses, it does kind of hurt a little bit. Anyways guys, golden question of the day is, can you game on the Razer Barracuda X? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. And honestly, I think it's a good device. If you're gonna be gaming on multiple devices, you love wireless headsets, you want a great audio quality, absolutely go for this. You don't have to buy multiple headphones and devices for different things. Unless you're an iPhone user. I'm sorry. For myself, I can't play it on my iPhone, but it's okay. Not for my iPad. Now, I'll be going to play more Genshin on my iPad in bed. So tired of sitting on my gaming chair. They say people with the best gaming chair is the best gamer, but that's a lie. People who game in bed are the best gamers. 2021 guys. Get with it.